Medicine of Life podcast, episode number 8. My name is Miska Chaska. I'm a medicine woman, modern medicine woman, alchemist, shamanist, also a guide and lover of nature, astrology, stars, and everything which comes to this universe. And I'm here today with my dear friend and astrologer, Robert Green. Welcome, Robert.
Thanks, Miska. It's lovely to be in your new home, and here we are, beautiful autumn day, blue sky, and all the leaves are turning. It's really magical.
Mm-hmm.
And we're here to talk about the upcoming full moon in Aries, which will be on Wednesday afternoon.
Wednesday, the 20th of October.
GMT.
It's really beautiful time, as Robert mentioned. It's a time of the sweet pumpkins, chais, elixirs, colors, leaves falling down, shedding off what no longer serving us, and becoming new in this full moon. I'm so excited today to hear more what these stars have in life for us and all these planets. And we're always enjoying this forecast with you. So thank you so much for coming one more time. And yeah, our listeners are probably also very curious and excited what you're going to share with them today. Thank you.
Yeah, thanks, Miska. I'm excited too. Yeah, it is the Aries moon time, and that's actually my moon in Aries, so particularly interesting for me. And here we have the beautiful Aries ram here, made out of iron.
Iron, the element, isn't it?
Yeah, it's the element of Aries.
Mm-hmm.
So looking at the Aries moon then, what does it mean? It's about our desires and our needs and all the things that we want. It's about our relationship with ourselves. So it's about standing up for yourself and others. I often find that Aries has a lot to do with our innocence, because it's about birth and the infant. It rules the infant, the newborn. So there's a lot of innocence there, and sometimes that does get lost. We kind of lose our essence and our innocence through living our lives. And so always the Aries moon is a time to just notice that and maybe resonate with it and maybe reclaim it if there's a need to have that back, because we're born into innocence and purity, and Aries does represent that.
Indeed.
Also represents the magic of life, the raw energy of life, sexuality, really living, being alive. It's a red energy, life,
fire.
Birth. So it's really fiery and energetic.
Yes, actually, speaking of the fire, we have our sacred candle here. So let's light it. Let's actually invite the fire here and also in our podcast. And before the full moon, thank you, element of fire, for bringing the warmth and the transformation as well, the abundance. And we honoring the fire on this beautiful earth in all ways. Thank you. Yes, please continue.
So it comes with that that birth and that innocence is a vulnerability, I think, that Aries has, that often is kind of missed, but there's a vulnerability there, and that really pure relationship we have with ourselves. Coming from an infant, it's very much about how you feel in the world, in the essence of as you came in. So really the Aries moon is the first sign. It's almost like a chance to reboot in the lunar cycle of the year. It's the new beginning, really.
New beginning. And look, we are actually coming into Samhain, isn't it? So it is like the old is being shed and let go, and we're coming into new beginnings slowly with a rebirth, actually giving us a rebirth to your own self. And in fact, there's been so many children born right now. It's actually very beautiful as well to watch that in this energy of the harvest, that there is that innocence coming to this world. And we've been reminded, as you mentioned, of our inner innocence, even when we are in adulthood, and how to use it, how to be more playful, joyous, passionate, fire, using the element of fire as well. So yes, thank you so much. And what else is out there with the Aries moon?
It's powerful and energizing. It can bring us back to our essence. It's a chance to reboot. Going back to the last new moon, which we had it was in we had the Libra.
Libra, yeah, a couple of weeks ago, yes.
And
yes.
we had Mars was conjunct the Libra moon, and it suggested that there maybe were entanglements and conflicts and arguments. Now, I think that this full moon is a chance to resolve that or take that particular issue to another level, another depth. So what we're seeing in this full moon is a chance to release the issues that were brought up by the last new moon. So often the new moon is the beginning or initiation of a process. The full moon can be a high point or a culmination, release point of the process.
And also we had the Libra, which are relationships. So a relationship again to yourself and to others as well. So it's like, this is your moment. If you still have not looked at your situation in the current relationships or even the past relationships, even, if you have a partner, let's say 10 years ago, you might still, hold on some old story. This is the time really to offer your story to the fire. That's very beautiful technique to do as well. And to really reflect what type of relationship I want to be in, what I'm calling in, what did I learn from that past, and what a relationship I have with myself as well, like with my body, mind, and spirit, indeed, and also with the gifts you're bringing to the world, your profession. Maybe you've been questioning what to do next, and I've been so tired of my old work, but I feel I could just bring something really new. And this is the moment, coming from the new moon also to the full moon. It's a kind of a nice combination. And it's also about the projects. And Aries is all about setting up new projects as well. And just to reading and reflect, it's using the cerebrum a lot as well. So it's about connecting the heart with the brain as well. And all that soul gifts you're bringing forward as well. Yes.
It's a chance to look at the issues we brought up with the last new moon for those of you who tuned in last time with us. So there's quite an intense thing called a T-square that's taking place for this full moon, and that means that the planet Pluto, which represents death, rebirth, and transformation, which in a difficult constellation represents where we're blocked, is making an aspect to Mars, which is which is in opposition to the moon this time. Last time Mars was conjunct the new moon in the same place, but this time it's opposite. So Mars again is joined in a very similar way. It's come round to the opposition this time. And Pluto is joining in and making a square to both Mars and the moon and the sun. So the sun and Mars are together. So just looking at those aspects, breaking them down, the Mars aspect to the moon, which is an opposition, is asking us to balance our desire nature and what we wish for with the desires of others. So we have a strong need with the moon in Aries to assert our need and our wish, but how to bring that about. It's asking us to look at what other people need as well, in terms of then that we can balance that. If we just are trying to get what we want, it might not work out for us. That's what it's saying, that it won't work out. We have to look at what others want and what others are desiring. Yes, about sharing it with the world, isn't it?
Collaborating, co-creating, in fact, as well. So it's just like maybe you have a little seedlings kind of, just growing within you, and like, oh, that would be so amazing to do this. Oh yeah, but how can I actually, as you said, bring it forward to others? What steps to take, just maybe do a little reflection list, make that steps you could take and why you actually bring this to the world, what it's going to be beneficial, not only for yourself, but also for the others, for your community as well. So that's a really nice aspect this time, isn't it? It's great, yeah.
And then the planet Pluto is bringing a square aspect to Mars, which is very challenging. So Pluto often represents the will of the universe, and Mars can represent our own personal will. So if those two are at odds with each other, you can quite quickly see that could be very difficult. So it can represent where we're blocked about in the things that we want and how to attain them we can feel blocked, as if we don't know how to do it. But we might keep pushing forward more intensely to get what we want and getting more and more blocked. So the thing here, and it can often represent with Pluto and Capricorn, that we're blocked by our society, the views within our society, the structures that are in our society. So it could be that we're blocked by bureaucracy or red tape or laws or just beliefs that people have within the structure of our own systems already. Now that could bring up, that make us frustrated and angry. So that's a tricky thing to deal with. And then Pluto makes a square aspect to the moon. So what this does then, it makes us feel blocked emotionally. We find it difficult to connect to our emotions. Our emotions might become negative, and we might not want to even connect with them. When we feel angry, we might want to be in denial that we're frustrated.
Yes, also like a stubborn energy as well of the Aries as well, you know, like that's a very big one too. So it's about pushing something away, even though it's very intuitive Aries energy and the aspects of the zodiac, but because there could be the fear and the hurt and the wound, you know, it's like, oh, I don't want to go there right now, you know, and might push away so many things or friends or, you know, things you work on the projects too, you know. So it is like to be careful and clear, setting up the intentions for this full moon, looking at the emotional status of yourself as well, this Aries moon.
So they've got those three aspects there, and they're in this formation. It's called a T-square, which is particularly challenging, but there's a gift in that. The T-square is challenging, but it's really a gift, a chance for us to release blockages that we wouldn't normally get to look at, because they could be deep, sitting too deep down under the surface, and we don't necessarily always want to go there or have the opportunity or the safety to go there. So in a T-square, it kind of says, here's the opportunity to do the work. It's going to be pushed at you. So the key words with these kind of things are surrender and forgiveness. So if we can sense surrender to the situation, rather than putting our armour in and going and think, I need to fight physically and push and get angry and frustrated, we do still need to fight, but it's a different kind of fight. We need to go inside.
Indeed. That's what we mentioned last moon as well. It's all about surrendering it in the situation, reflecting before acting as well. And that's again with the Aries energies, like not to have the hot spirit, fast spirit of the Aries and exploding like the volcano, you know.
Yeah, because if there's a wound, and for many of us, you know, we've lived a life, we're going to have some wounds from the past. And really, this Pluto has given us a chance to shine the light into those deep places, and gives us this channel to let these things out. So that's the gift that's in it, and we're going to be challenged to be aware, to be honest. It's a chance for freedom from the past. We've been working in this retrograde cycle for quite a long time. I feel this full moon is kind of drawing a line under it, because we already had Pluto and Saturn have gone forward now, and on Tuesday Mercury and Jupiter will join them. So we've got more of the planets going forward. So it's going to be the end of that kind of time from working with the past. We're going to be working with new stuff. So
it is actually opportunity for this world as well. I can see on a bigger scale, like old stuff is going away. I could see in the politics and economics and all that, what is going on. We wouldn't really much mention that here. We all are aware of that. But yeah, it's also about how can I change that within me? How can I be healthy and well? And this is the moment, you know, if you never have visited any helpers, like say go for counseling or healing, bioenergy, even massage, you know, or start like some Tai Chi or yoga class or join a gym, this is your opportunity, because that's gonna help you to support what you're going through. And it's always nice to have their help as well. You know, call up on your angels or guides, or learn how to actually bring your guides in through this time as well. And go for therapy, go for shamanic healing. That's all here for you. It's a exquisite, you know, menu out here which you can choose from to help you to clear the old wounds, the old stories and traumas, and bringing it forward to be more stable, more peaceful, more happier, more healthier, more lighter as well. Yeah, so I feel this is a really powerful and important to mention this deep healing again today, as we had it in also a new moon. But I feel this is, as you said, the end of it. You know, the planet's going direct. This is it, direct to the healing. Go there. Don't resist, isn't it? And be gentle and be kind. Get the compassion and grace with you, forgiveness prayers, and you will make it through. Be available. Yes, so it is all about being available for this time to do deep healing as well. And we will be able to lift up the heavy energy and lift up and transform through ourselves on a bigger scale what's happening in this world as well. So that's really powerful. And obviously from all our wounding coming a beautiful medicine gift forward. And sometimes we just can't imagine that can be the truth. But I can say from my own journey over 20 years, it's been incredible. I think I would not be the same without it. Yeah, it's a beautiful gift. I'm very grateful for that. And here we are. What else is up there in the planets,
well,
in the stars?
Yeah, looking at that, we looked at it more on a personal level, but on a bigger scale. We look out into the world that we're in, and we might see out there in the world at this time power struggles, people feeling blocked, you know, and the answer is deep transformational work for those of us who are aware. But I think that even for those of us who are not aware,
yes,
the transformation is going to take place. We're entering a period where we're going to have new archetypes and new codes are coming in.
Yes,
so everything that we thought we knew could be different. There's going to be stuff that we haven't thought of before. And I was listening to a great channeled information last night that was reaffirming that's going to be available, and especially around the winter solstice time.
Yes.
There's going to be a lot of new archetypes available, and they're going to be available to everyone. Not just people who meditate, not just people who are aware. So that was very uplifting, and I think this kind of explains that as well, because
actually it's so interesting. I'm sorry to come in, but I remember having the 2012 solstice, and it's interesting that I am back in the same house I was in 2012 on the solstice. It was incredible. I can say, as they were predicting all the enormous changes, light codes coming down, it did really happen. So I feel very touched to be here again in this area where I am today. And it's so interesting. I'm in the same place, same house, same location for this winter solstice to come. I always believe there is a reason behind everything. It's like, if we meant to be in a places, we are guided to come there, to return or to revisit, especially at power places. So also, if you have some power place you would like to go, you're visiting, or could be also a tree in a park in a city, maybe go to that place, start going there already today, and reconnect with the earth, reconnect with the universe, with the stars, have a night walks. Now the sky's been nice and beautiful and clear as well. It's really connecting with the star keepers, and also the sacred places. They talk to us, they support us in this moment, and there is a message, there is a gift, there is a transformation. There is actually immediate transformation, in fact, when we come into these places as well. And whenever you will be on the solstice this winter, it will be worth it. It will be amazing. Only you need to do to say yes and to be open to this beautiful, positive, uplifting transformation, which is awaiting for us right now. But now we have to do the work, in fact, to get there. And that's also exciting. So it's a journey. Actually, you know, it's a soul journey. It's a journey of our hearts on this beautiful planet. We have all the support we need. Yeah.
Yeah, so just staying with the kind of world that we live in, sometimes this configuration that we're looking at for this particular Aries moon can bring about aggression or even violence. Pluto will represent the will of the universe, Mars will represent our personal will, and the moon will represent our inner world, and the sun will represent our outer world. And when all those come into a conflicting confrontation, then often it brings the light is allowed to come in and reveal the shadow, what was in shadow before. And that's all it is. It's the light showing us what was already there. Now, sometimes it can seem very scary. We see conflicts in the world. I follow what's going on, and there are lots of conflicts going on.
At the moment it's
and we see kind of shadowy parts of human nature playing
shadow
out.
archetypes. They're out here, yes.
But from my teachings, is the only way that these shadowy archetypes can we can move through. We have to move through them.
Yes.
And unfortunately, that means that we have to all become aware of them before, as a human consciousness, we move to a better a better way.
I think that's also why it's happening, you know. That's why it's just now the world are turning into the underworld and the shadows are coming out. It's also before the Samhain. So interesting. And with the ghosts, it's all about also embracing that shadow. So if you've been also dealing on your personal level with some, you know, anger issue, discomfort, you know, up and down emotionally, you know, embrace that in you. Don't throw it in the black bag behind you and, you know, take it in far away again, but actually bring it out this time and get support to process it. That you can actually receive the medicine of light, that you can actually receive medicine from the shadow. And it's no wrong or bad, you know, it's a yin and yang. You know, we are in the yin and yang world and the universe. And as much we embrace the shadow, therefore we can even more embrace the light, you know. Yeah. And what else is up there? The moon is going to be shining strong, I heard. It's the really autumny color, orangey, I hope. So the light, it's strong of the moon.
Yeah, so in that, when we might notice those conflicts coming out, we might notice them personally, we might see them in the world, in our geopolitical landscapes, all these dark, shadowy things coming out. But really, it is an opportunity to become aware of the shadow. And also it's an opportunity to align ourselves with the will of the universe. And that's one of the keys, is to check in with what we are trying to achieve. Is it aligning with the universe? And to do that, we need to tune in, to notice, are we in harmony with our surroundings? Are we in harmony with the universe? Because the universe has a great plan of unfoldment for each of us.
Each one of us, yes.
And if we aren't able to align with it, we will experience real conflicts and problems. But if we can align with it, we can experience real purpose and power. And these transformations then of the darkness actually become empowering for us. And we get to find new gifts in this dark place.
Yes.
And they become wonderful things, rather than things that are haunting us like a ghost.
Indeed.
Unconsciously. And we don't know why we always feel a bit depressed or unhappy, or this particular part of our life isn't working for us.
There's always a reason. There is. This is not just happening because you just ate something wrong, you know. You might be eating something wrong for many years, or some of your ancestors even, you know. So maybe look at that, look at what's going on, and align, as Queenie say, with the universe, but also the own inner universe in your heart. That's where you get also a beautiful messages. That's where you feel safe, that's where you feel oneness, and that's where you feel powerful and sovereign as well. So remember that. It's in here, in fact, The heart journeys. One of my favorites. And how we can finish up with the
Well,
beautiful
I think,
full moon in Aries. What is kind of the cherry on the top?
Well, it's a great gift. If we feel any sense of hopelessness or frustration or anger or resentment, it's a real opportunity to move into empowerment and divine purpose.
That's what you were just
and as
saying.
Miska said, all that is in our heart. We can discover it from within. So it means that we really have the opportunity to not be pulled into the conflict that we might see in the outer world. And therefore, we don't need to fear that. We can let go and we can find our divine purpose and alignment through connecting into our hearts.
Also through the dark times.
And that we will find our guidance that way, and what we're supposed to be doing, and where we're supposed to be, and who we're supposed to be with.
Exactly. And it's also setting up the right healthy boundaries as well. Where are you putting your energies? Why? Where is your fire going low, or where is it overheating? So it's all about that as well. And it's also about as I said, the head bringing into the heart, and try to stay there, try to nurture that with so much love. Yes. So thank you. That was very beautiful, really exciting.
Yeah.
This full moon, very, very powerful. So I'm really looking forward to these couple of days, setting up my intentions and focus for this beautiful medicine of light work, and also the amazing elixirs, heart-centered medicine I make. So very much exciting for me too. And as a gift for today, I would like to pick up more cards as we did last time. But I really feel the Aries are telling us something really even more powerful. So just connecting with the Aries energies. And would you mind to help with this 3 cards today? Number 1, you've been blessed. Number 2, thank you. And 3, lovely. Thank you so much. We get it with the Aries moon blessings as well. So the number 1 card which came up, oh my world, it's the Hunter. It's the Hunter's moon as well. According to the almanac and the shamanic traditions, it's a Hunter's moon, and we got the Hunter. Wow, look at that. Isn't that such a power? Wow, when we channel things, when we connect it, it all comes out. So yeah, we create magic in every moment, So the Hunter. So it's all about, going out into the woods and looking for that real you, reflecting in the nature as well. It's not only about hunting the animals, obviously, but our ancestors did that. This is the hunting period for the animals in the woods. Let's face it that way as well. But for us on the spiritual level, it's about becoming the hunter and actually looking for something out there, bringing it forward, retrieving what you need for this autumn, for this full moon. That's how I'm seeing it. And also to connect with the archetypes of power animals. So that's also very, very special as well. And all the woods archetype as well. So it can be very positive for you as well. So to retrieve something out there. Be the hunter. Don't give up. Thank you. The next one is the standing still. The stillness. That's what we also mentioned, isn't it? We were saying meditate, go into the heart, still yourself, that you can retrieve the new codes and the new messages. And it's like, being in the center of the fire and being completely still as well. It's like, yes, I can do this. I can go through and still be still reflect, still to get a new messages. That's really amazing, and that's the present moment, in fact. Yeah. The last one is the beauty way. How amazing. The beauty way. We walk on this beautiful earth to see beauty in every little thing, even in the broken. And actually, yeah, isn't that interesting? So we kind of retrieve ourselves, hunting, looking for something, going out there, connecting, reconnecting, picking also the medicines, you know, we're picking the fruits as well and creating something, and then we standing still and getting the messages from that and become one. And then we actually feel the beauty. And in fact, I can say it is the way it is. It is when we still ourselves, when we feel we retrieve a big parts of our souls, the origins, we are seeing the beauty, we see the positivity. So it is here. That's so beautiful to have a beauty way. So walking the beauty way, this moon, this beautiful full moon, walking together on this beautiful earth, this beautiful garden, so abundant here in the woods, in the gorgeous barren woods. And yeah, we also would like to invite you for the Wednesday evening, the full moon ritual and shamanic energy healing journey, which I host every day, full moon and new moon. So you're very welcome. There's some more information on the Miska Chaska page, medicineoflight.cz. And also we welcome you to subscribe to our channel, that we can do more live videos for you. If you really like our content, let us know. There'll be more happening as well in this podcast when the time is right and ripe. We're preparing for that as well ourselves. And also, if you like to connect and have a personal reading, beautiful personal reading with Robert, where to find you?
You can find me on Orion Astrology on Facebook page.
On Facebook page, beautiful. Highly recommend. It's a beautiful gift. And we are again very grateful to be here with us, and we're wishing you swift and beautiful full moon in Aries with so much fire. We actually bringing the fire forth, bringing love, bringing compassion, bringing grace in a beauty way. Thank you, thank you.
Thank you.
Again together.